Hi, my name is Dr. Apurva and I'm a dermatologist, and today I'm here to tell you how your protein supplements might be damaging your skin and hair. Protein is definitely an important part of your diet, but it is not easy to get protein in the diet alone, especially if you're a vegetarian. So oftentimes I have people asking me what protein supplement is good for them and what they can take when it comes to whey protein or plant protein or different kinds of protein supplements. Protein is an important part of the diet and it is required for not just muscle, even for so many other functionings in the body. But it can be very challenging to get all the protein from the diet alone. So this is where often a lot of young people ask me about what protein powders or supplements they can take. But are they really healthy? So let's see. As of now in the market, whey protein is the most popular choice. So what exactly is whey protein? It is a protein which is derived from milk and so it comes with its dairy side effects. So now based on how it is processed, it can be either whey isolate or whey concentrate. The difference between the two is how much dairy derivatives go into it. So whey isolate is where it is almost 95% protein and very less of lactose and the fat, so which makes it a healthier choice. But it is very difficult to get a good whey isolate which is non-adulterated in the market. Most of the options are adulterated. Now what do I mean by adulterated? It contains the whey concentrate. Now whey concentrate is something which contains anything ranging from 20 to 80% of protein which you are not sure of, and the rest of it is all lactose and fat and minerals. So by taking the whey concentrate, you might be actually taking more of lactose and fat rather than the protein itself. Now this lactose and fat is responsible for causing insulin resistance, increase in the levels of androgen, which can worsen your acne, your dandruff, hair loss, and especially for someone with PCOD or balding tendency. So if I had to recommend whey protein, I would only recommend the isolate version, and where again it is very difficult to pick a brand which gives the good isolate whey protein. Now plant proteins, they seem to be the safer alternative, and yes, they are actually much safer than whey protein because they are free from this dairy or insulin resistance or androgen derivatives. So it is definitely a safer choice, but it depends on what the brand is, like which quality it is, because if you opt for the low quality the plant proteins, then they can have heavy metal contamination or they will have the artificial sweeteners which can still be damaging to your health. So it is important to choose a good plant protein. And there is often the misconception that you may not get the entire 24 grams of protein from one scoop of plant protein powder, but it is still possible because in plant protein it is a combination of proteins derived from soy, from rice bran, from pea, so where all the amino acids are combined and given to you in one scoop. It may not be as easily digestible as the whey protein and it may not be as easily absorbed as the whey protein, which is why plant protein has a little bit of bloating tendency, which you have to combine with more of water and fiber in your diet. So if I have to again choose between whey and plant protein for your skin and hair, I would definitely choose the plant protein. Now in my experience, I have seen people who have been taking whey protein, they often come with worsening of their acne or hair loss or dandruff, and especially the progression of their balding pattern in males as well as in females. So this can be explained because whey protein is derived from dairy, and dairy contains androgens and it can stimulate androgen in your blood. It can stimulate insulin resistance in your blood, now which can lead to worsening. It is very similar to the PCOD pattern that happens, where this insulin resistance and androgen itself is responsible for increasing the oil production in your skin, and it can lead to more acne, and this oil production can again lead to more dandruff on your scalp, and the androgen effect is responsible for the hair thinning and hair fall and progression of your balding. But these kind of things don't happen to everybody. It is only for someone who is more prone to it. So what would be the alternative for such people? The alternative would be to find a good source of whey isolate protein, to not over supplement it. That is, a basic requirement of 0.8 mg per kg is enough. You don't have to over supplement to more than that, like more than 1.52 gram per kg per day would be too much, and that can cause more side effects for your skin and hair. And then you can also depend on the natural diet proteins in your diet itself. You can include whether you're vegetarian or non-vegetarian. So this is how you can meet the requirement without having the side effects on your skin and hair from the protein supplement itself. Protein supplements are not always bad, because they can actually help to improve the thickness of your hair. They can actually help to improve the collagen quality in your skin. So it is actually beneficial for your skin and hair. But if you start noticing things like worsening of your acne or hair loss or resistant dandruff, you start noticing the balding pattern progressing in your scalp. So this is where you have to take caution and also consult a dermatologist to know what exactly is going wrong and what needs to be corrected and what are the alternatives available for you. Now, it's not always compulsory to rely on these protein supplements for the protein in your diet. For vegetarians, also there are very good choices, especially like the soy-based products like tofu, soy milk, soy powder, soya bean, soya chunk. There's so many options in soy because soy is the best available plant protein. And apart from this, in the vegetarian diet, you can also go for all the pulses, the dal, the grains. So instead of opting for just plain white rice, you can even go for like the millet-based or the quinoa-based diets. And for non-vegetarians, yes, there are plenty of options like egg whites and meat and all of that, but it also depends on how you're consuming it, because for the non-vegetarian sources, it comes with a lot of fat. So you have to consume the healthy protein which is there, that is the egg whites, the chicken which comes as a lean chicken meat, and the lean fish meat. These are the good sources of protein for non-vegetarians.